Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more 64. I just saw a thing on Steam saying that they had a new dark mode update. So I went in here. There's a couple of buttons down here in the corner. Hopefully you guys can see them. This one here disables or enables flashes. This one, I apologize. Yeah, that's it. So it either gives you a white background or a black background. I'm going to play on the black background because I like it better and it doesn't hurt my eyes. So we're going to go ahead and see if that starts. So we're still kind of here. Where are you? I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. If you didn't play this game with us the first time, all right, what do you see? I see this thing. This is basically it's kind of like an incremental type game. Well, not much. There's a machines here. It kind of looks familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. And we build some like factory stuff, what machine, and try to figure out kind of how to get the stuff to work for us. And we'll get back into it. Hold on, maybe I can. Wait, tell me, are you not touching some of the random machines right now? I'm gonna touch it. Press and hold. We can do that. We can go ahead and sum these guys up. We just created something. So we're gonna go ahead and do these guys here. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna create these blocks, right? I believe it's black clue, it's smooth. I really want to break it. Are you high? No, I'm not high. We'll have to click on it. We do have to click these. Next to break it twice as fast requires the MR to operate, right? A reverse valve prevents the cube extracting machine from resetting in the original position and is placed next to it. Requires chromonite to operate. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to place all these things down. And that gives us a little bit of this stuff. Now I have 64 stones. So okay, have fun with that. All right, so this is charnite. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. This is a destabilizer. So we're going to put a destabilizer. You know what? Let's put a destabilizer right there. And then we'll go ahead and hold and press this thing down. And the whole trick here is to see, okay, have fun with that. I think I build machines now. I should build something to help break these cubes more easily. Cube shows up in the adjacent cell, even diagonally, it should work. Wait, you're playing some weird game? Starting to creep me out. Now I just need to put the yellow stone inside this machine. Makes you happy, jokes aside, are you coming over today? Definitely, I'll be there in a few hours. Just need to finish this up. Right? So these, we'll go ahead and click on these guys and get these guys done. So we need to get 1,000 of the blocks, and then we can get the reverse valve. And then, oh, that's a yellow block. What's up with that? So that one gives us 2 yellow blocks, right? That opens even more stuff to kind of work with. A destabilizer upgrade quadruples the power resources. Crushing process requires 64 emerine and increase the effect rate. Channel cooler places next to the cube extracting machine. Cubes twice as fast. Additional coolers may help the effect, right? So the whole trick here is an incremental clicker game, right? So we're gonna literally go through and we're just gonna try to get enough of these things to kind of get what we're trying to do here, and have enough of these to actually do something useful. And in the process of doing all this stuff, we're slowly opening other machines, right? So, and then there's a reverser valve still. So we still want to try to get the reverser valve, a reverse valve, because if we can get the reverse valve, that will make my life a whole lot easier. And almost enough. Probably could have done one of the other ones, but oh, that one's got an orange block in it, so that's going to be helpful. All right, see what that is. Oh no, it's just a different side of the yellow block. All right, that's fine. I'll allow it. All right, so now we have enough of this. So now we can take this reverser valve. So I'm gonna take the reverser valve. I'm gonna put it in here, right? And so we'll put a reverser valve in right here, right? And then once I squeeze this thing down, what? I still gotta hold it. What does that do? Okay, that's not helpful. Yeah, that's not okay. So all it does is it keeps it from resetting it, so I can just get it to come back up faster. Or I don't have to wait for it to get all the way to the bottom. It's kind of there, right? Place this next to the cooler channel cooler. Place this next to the cube extracting machine to extract cubes twice as fast. Additional coolers increase the effect, right? So then we need to get to 1,000 of those, which we should be able to get here a little bit faster. And then industrial quadruples the power resource crushing process requires 60. Okay. And eventually what we'll end up doing is getting all these kind of put in here and kind of getting all the stuff in together. So we'll go ahead and put a cooler in, right? I'll put a bunch of cooler in there. I don't know if that's really helping me very much. Maybe it is. I didn't actually count. And then it's kind of keeping track of how far down we're digging. And then, let's see, auxiliary pump. A reverse valve upgrade provides pressure to source channel if placed next to it. Requires 8. Okay. So we need to get a bunch of those. And stabilizer stabilizes one adjacent surge to temporarily harness its power. So the trick here is to kind of figure out eventually some crazy pattern to get all these things to work together. And that's kind of the point here is to try to get as much of these things together as we kind of can so that we can start automating this whole process and we don't have to click on it nearly as much. In the beginning, we're going to be doing a lot of clicking. We're going to be doing, it's just, it is what it is, right? Uh, I kind of regret resetting my game at this point, but you know, my other game had all the stuff kind of done. It was one of those things. Whenever you get a new upgrade or update, sometimes basically putting in the new, just loading the old game sometimes isn't nearly as much fun. Oh, this thing is out of stuff, so we'll feed it again. Kind of wish it was keep digging, but I'm sure we'll get that all sorted here in a minute. But yeah, so just back and forth, back and forth. We'll get an auxiliary pump here soon, TM. Come on. Because at least if I could keep it where it was basically keep digging these things up where I don't have to keep doing both of the things, make my life a little bit easier. All right, so we'll go ahead and put this guy in there. Do that. Okay, so that doesn't seem to. Okay, that's some weirdness going on over there. Okay. So what does this thing do? That is a reverse pump, right? Let's see. Reverse pump. Yeah. Additional pumps do not increase the pressure on the source channel. Um, I don't know if that did anything useful to me. Okay. So I'll put that in there and see if that helps. What does that do? It and it's been a while since I played this game, to be fair. So it is a cool game and I have a lot of fun with it. But at the same time, like we're trying to remember what all this stuff does. And the game is this whole very like you don't know what's going on, like you're just trapped in this dimension, like figure it out sort of thing going on. Industrial destabilizer quadruples the power resource crushing process. Okay, so maybe we'll get one of those. And eventually we'll get. I'm positive we have one that it has to auto do this. So it's just getting enough stuff and then getting the right things to actually be able to do what we're trying to do here. And then eventually we'll get enough points to kind of get all this stuff going. All right. Well, this has been fun. I think I may figure out where all this stuff goes here in a second, and then we'll be making progress. And I think in the beginning it's just basically stuff to help us click and makes us click faster. And then eventually we'll get to ones where we don't need to click as much. So I'm going to do this one. Oh, I need a bunch of yellow ones still too. Maybe. Oh, okay. This cooler does no good in here then. Okay, the cooler needed to be placed next to that guy. So if I placed it in there, then that would have caused it to come out faster. So that cooler is in a useless spot. All right, so that should nope, not almost enough. Almost. All right, so industrial destabilizer. So I'm gonna put one of these guys right here. Put some points in there. I don't know if it's. Oh, I don't have enough point or enough things to power it. Don't have enough things to power it. Oh, we ran out of those too. Eventually, we'll get things that we can use to power all these things too, so that we don't have to keep feeding them. Okay, let's just keep doing these. Keep going. 38. The real trick is try to make sure that you're getting enough out of these things to make it worthwhile to pick them up. Let me go ahead. That should help out with that a little bit. Even though I think there was a thing that's supposed to work on those, that it's supposed to make them better or something. All right, there's 64 of those. So let's put that in there. And we'll go ahead and do these. And see if this actually picks up any better. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it takes it down to basically 4. 4 or 5 on the bottom ones. So we're actually better off getting these guys down here picked up, because this is less clicks. Less clicks is always better, right? Okay, so and then here's this thing: reverse valve, auxiliary pump, stabilizer. Stabilize the one adjacent surge to temporarily harness its power. Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna have that. That's a lot of oranges that I need. That is gonna be a minute before I can afford that. So I'm gonna take off for a second. I'm gonna build us some blocks, and then I will be back when I have something to show. Back in a few. All right, so we're back. I do have the thing now. I made some changes. We'll get to it in a second. It says, where are you? I will tell. Let's see. So basically, my friend's looking for me. I'm not at home. I disappeared. It's been like 2 weeks. Um, they're starting to worry about me. It's all right. So this guy here, if we build, let's see where to go. The entropy resonator. Basically, it auto basically clicks these guys for us and kind of allows us to kind of, instead of having to put stuff down, allows us to kind of be able to do this, right? Um, probably can move. Uh, probably should have put this guy over here instead. Like I can delete things now. It costs me a purple to delete it. I get back half the resources. Um, so it's something we can do to get back. This thing here, if we build it, allows you to click and hold the resources to break them. Right, so we can put this thing down here somewhere like that. And now instead of having to click, I can just press and hold. And that makes me happy. And then it slowly keeps building it and bringing it back, right? So we do have this Charnite Vat Enricher also. So we're going to go ahead and place this guy down over here. Um, and if we do this, right? So basically, if I put 32 purples and a bunch of black ones in there, it gives me a bunch of orange ones. So we'll do that, and then let that guy run for a little bit. Obviously, it's going to take it a little bit to do that. If we can get enough of those out, maybe we can. It is a slow machine, as most of the things in here are. Let's see, destabilizer. Uh, places it basically extracts resources around itself. Just, just slowly going. Just going the distance. And it's not super fast, but it's better than me having to click on it. So we'll just slowly keep going here. See if we can get enough purples here to get us another thing in here. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, if I hit Q over here and then I do this guy like this, right? I can do this guy like this. And then where is, let me get this guy. I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one here like this, right? And the reason I move those, because then I can fill this guy in, I can fill this guy in, I can fill this guy in. And that's going to give me more to kind of hopefully get those kind of out. Once this guy gets kind of in here, both of them will kind of click on that one. So those will go a little bit faster. And then instead of having it only do like 4 of them, now we're getting all 5 of them. That guy's done over there. So we can go ahead and fill him back up. Go ahead and have these guys start working. And let's see, stabilizer. We still haven't built one of those. It's gonna be a minute before I can build that guy. Probably build. Just gonna build a couple of them like this. It'll be all right. Go ahead, build those. Try to get some more orange ones. I need lots of oranges. I could put that thing into where. Let's see, we can do this guy, and we can go get the auxiliary. No, not the auxiliary pump. The industrial destabilizer, right? I think I have to put a destabilizer down. So if I put a destabilizer here, right, and then I put a destabilizer up here, right, and then we'll take and make an industrial destabilizer on both of those, right, and then we'll go ahead and fill those guys full of orange things. These guys should get even faster. So that should allow me to go basically get things kind of deployed and destroyed faster. We'll come up with a better thing. This is just kind of something to get us started here in the beginning. And then they're all going to town. All right. So that is. I still need the extraction tower. We're getting closer to it. Okay, press on this guy. Help this guy out a little bit. Some more oranges for us. These guys almost done. So really now the trick is just to kind of make sure that we keep these things full so that they can continue to work. Because obviously, if this thing or stops, then that thing comes up, and then it doesn't make anything, and then we get kind of distracted. We'll go ahead and just fill all these guys back up. The channel cooler, technically, um, we could put a channel cooler in here. As soon as it gets that guy destroyed. And it has the little green marks on there so that you can know when it works better. And then like if we do this, like, and then but unfortunately like I need it. It has to be within one for it to work. So it can kind of help, but at the same time, is this better? Does this cause them to grow faster than so that these guys can destroy them faster? It's trying to build this weird pattern so that we can. And this game's all about that repeatable pattern, so that we can get this thing kind of set up so that it works correctly. And then slowly keep an idea on when new stuff comes out. I don't know if this thing's gonna be worth it, because I guess I would have to get like at least the yellow guys out to even be able to make it worthwhile. But yeah, so those you see, this is all working a lot faster. I'm not having to click on it. I'm not having to really interact with it as much. I just got to kind of keep it full and keep stuff in it so that these guys can all keep working. Bolts it. Okay. I don't want to build another one. I'm going to fill that one up. All right, so these guys are all going back to town. All right, and then if we can get... Yeah, so those are all going fairly quickly. We'll get these guys filled up. Keep those guys going so that way we keep getting oranges in. Because we're mostly getting purples now, and the further down you dig, that like it kind of gets in a different one, right? And this one's down to 337. So as you get farther down, it kind of slows you down. So now I do need 512 of the purple guys. So maybe we'll wait on this for a second. Let's see, what can we do down here? We can kind of do that. You know what? Let's see. Stabilizer. Okay, well that didn't work. Maybe I need to put the stabilizer next to it. Alright, so we'll put this guy here like this. We'll put... Oh, I don't have... Alright, so we'll kind of get some more of these things saved up. And then you'll see this one is gonna kind of get going even faster. But we will. And then once we build another one of these things over here, it's gonna get even crazier. Let me build that guy there. Build one of these guys here. One of those guys there. And what I'm doing is I'm starting to set up so that I can get my stuff kind of out beforehand. on now. That guy back in there. This guy's could probably have that for now. This guy can now go in here. Boop. And then he'll start growing those. And then once we get enough of these guys going. Now, this guy is going to start down here at the bottom. So it's going to end up with a bunch of these. And these guys here in the middle. Let's see. Let me get this guy again. Let me get this stabilizer like that. So, because I need to get at least 1,000 of those things from that thing. I don't want to click on it. It's doing weird stuff. Well, everything in this game, to be fair, is doing weird stuff. Well, it's getting closer. I didn't see what it did. I saw an explosion. I saw a bunch of stuff moving. I didn't see what I got out of it. I got a bunch of yellows now. Let me see if we can kind of give it an idea. See if I can actually catch it. 1959. It's still 1959. I don't know what it's doing. Now this thing is going to be used a lot faster. I don't know what's going on. 21. Are these things pulling in resources? I'm not sure what this thing's supposed to do, and I don't want to click on it. I definitely don't want to pick it up. I'm gonna wait till it gets really close, then click on it and see what happens. I don't know what it's doing. I'm very confused as to what's going on over there. All right, so we're starting to get yellow out of there. Now this thing is going to, like I said, is going to kind of use the yellows like twice as fast now, just because we're kind of pulling through there. Now I can get another resonator now. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that guy down there. Is it? Oh. Oh, I think I see what's going on now. Oh, okay. So what's going on is this thing basically, when it does that, it auto reloads this stuff for us. So if we watch this thing, so I'm gonna wait for this thing to run out. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna touch it. Right? Maybe if it'll eventually run out. Almost done. There it goes. Okay, so it ran out, right? So as soon as this thing runs out, this thing starts shrinking down. So basically everything's idled out. And then this thing's going to take it. It'll trigger. Anytime you're ready. Anytime. There you go. boom, and then it loads that in there. And then as soon as it loads it in there, I think it's going to start, maybe it just does that one then. Maybe it won't do this one. Because now once that thing, that's why I kept seeing the stuff go flying across over here, because it's loading these guys up. Okay, so maybe it won't load this one. But it seems to be loading the other things. So like these guys, once these guys run out, it will load them. Okay, so that makes sense what that thing does now. So that's kind of cool. I like it. And then it just kind of gives me the ability to not so much have to worry about everything else. It still benefits me if I go in and mess with it, but I guess technically it would be better, almost better for me to move these guys over here, the cooling fans, because if I move the cooling fans here, then both of these get points from it. I still would lose the same amount. Then I could take these guys here and move them to the ends. All right, let's do that. Let's go Q Q Q. I'm just gonna start blowing up everything. All right, so we'll get all that. Now let me go get some fans here. Because if I take this cooler here, right, and I put it in there, right, because it will actually connect to both of them. Right, let me go ahead and get this guy, get those. And then what we can do is, because we actually have those, and those will all hit all three of those, we can then go, well, let's see. Yeah, so if I put an industrial destabilizer here, and then one there, right? So that way we put one industrial destabilizer. We could technically put like multiple on there. But these guys should draw up even faster. And they do, because now they have two cooling fans. Okay. Alright, cool, cool, cool. That stuff's all getting loaded up. Now the question is how long does this last? Because it says it's temporary. Okay, so that looks like how much it's got in it. Alright, so these guys are all going there. Alright, I like it. I like it. It's a small change, but, it kind of gives some other things to do than just sit here and click on it. And we'll just kind of keep going with our little pattern here. So I'm going to play maybe for a little bit. I'm going to try not to get too far into it. I'm having fun with it. As always, if you guys like these videos, if you want to see more of them, please consider throwing a like on the video. If you have a question, a comment, or concern, you can leave that down below. And if you would like to see more of this game, definitely let me know. Also, if you're not subscribed and you would like to be, there's a button for that down there while you're down there hanging out. You guys be safe. We'll talk to y'all next time.